What is up? Welcome to the Xceleration Fitness Podcast. John, what number is this?
What's up, guys? This is episode number 2020 out of the teens. There we go.
I think John will agree with you on this. This is by far the most exciting podcast we're going to have. John and I have been dying to get this guy on for a long time. I didn't think it'd be happening so soon, but it's happening right now, guys. I cannot tell you how excited we are. John, you agree?
I would agree, man. This is a big one.
Yeah. So on today's show, we have Mr. at Get Fit with Giddy, Gideon Akande, Chicago, Illinois. So Gideon, if you don't
What
mind.
is up, gentlemen?
What's happening,
Glad
brother?
to be here. I'm glad to be on. You guys give such a nice introduction. I don't think I'm really worthy of all that, but I do appreciate it. I'm excited to chat with you guys.
Oh, man, no doubt. I'll give you a good introduction here. For those of you who don't know who Gideon Akande is, Gideon, I met him through the Lululemon Ambassadorship that we both do. But Gideon is the 2015 Men's Health Next Top Trainer winner. He's the creator of Riptensity, which is a men's health DVD that is phenomenal. He's a content expert for GQmagazine.com. He's been on the Steve Harvey show, been on Fox 2. He's a former Division I football player at the College of Holy Cross. And a little stat on that, he's actually the leading kickoff returner in school history. And he's also a Propel ambassador. But more importantly, Gideon is a great, great guy. He's been a mentor of mine. I've been following him for a while, and John Papp can attest to that too. He's just a guy that we look to in fitness for not only, cool tips and tricks, but just who he is as a person, his personality. So I guess you guys can see why we're so excited to have him on the show.
Thank you very much, man. That's really kind of you to say. I really appreciate those words. And, when it comes to fitness, we all really motivate each other, to be honest with you. I mean, there's so many people that I know and that I don't know that I look to, people that search me out and that I follow back. And, we all just kind of use each other's motivation, use each other's struggles to find ways to make ourselves better. And, of course, when we get better, we're able to influence the lives of others. So it's one big ball of energy that keeps getting passed from one person to the other and passed back and around again.
Absolutely, man. I definitely agree with that. So what we're going to talk about on today's show with Gideon while we have him here is just a few topics, guys. Gideon, you've done so much. I mean, if you guys follow him on Instagram at Get Fit with Giddy, you'll see he's everywhere. He's even been on some red carpets lately with one of his, friends, Halle Berry. No big deal.
No big deal.
But Gideon, can you give us a little insight on your background and, how you got into fitness and, where you came from?
Yeah, I'd be glad to. I mean, it's a long story, so I try to make it as listen-worthy as possible. But I'm from Chicago, Illinois, born and raised in this great city. And in high school, and even before that, I was always very athletic. In high school, I wrestled, I ran track, I played football, and I received a Division I football scholarship to play at College of the Holy Cross, where, as you mentioned, I was a kick returner and also a 4-year starter as a running back, and I also captained the team my senior year. And I graduated with a political science degree after a great 4 years at the Cross and came back to Chicago. And when I did, I immediately began a career in sales and finance. And I did that for 4.5 years. And needless to say, I was very unfulfilled with it. It wasn't anything I was super excited about. It provided great opportunities for me, but I knew it wasn't my lifelong passion. So 4.5 years into it, I knew that I wanted to get back to sports, fitness, competition, something along those realms. But I also wanted to work with people on a daily basis. And, a couple of careers came to mind, but I ultimately decided to be a personal trainer at that point. I had a great friend from high school who I ran into very randomly at a obstacle course event in downtown Chicago amongst thousands of other participants. And he mentioned to me that he was a personal trainer. And he said, you know what, come by my gym. I'll introduce you to the manager, the staff, etc. And that's exactly what I did the next week. The week after that, I had an interview. The week after that, I was hired. But it wasn't wasn't that easy of a road. I mean, don't get me wrong. I was definitely blessed in the sense that things fell into place, just like I mentioned. But, I had a mortgage at the time, car note, a whole bunch of other responsibilities, a lifestyle I wanted to keep up. And not having a background in training other than my experience with sports, I was hesitant because, again, my my education was in political science, my experiences with sales and finance, but, when does the personal training and where does the personal training experience come from? So it's something that I had to kind of learn on the fly and learn pretty quickly because I wanted to maintain the lifestyle that I grew to become accustomed to. So what I did was, just to be as risk averse as possible, is I would go to the gym from 5 a.m. when they opened to about 7:30, and I would work, try to figure out how I was going to grow my business, become a permanent fixture there so people knew who I was and felt comfortable with me and hopefully would seek me out to be their personal trainer. And then I would go to my sales job, and I would work that from about 7:30, 8 a.m. to about 6 p.m. And then once that day was done, I go right back to the gym and, start up again around 7 o'clock and stay till 10 when it closed. So again, try to continue to build my business. So after about 2 months of doing that and just a lot of hustling and little sleep, but being driven by passion, I was able to make a full transition to personal trainer and group fitness instructor in early 2011. And then at that point, I never really looked back. I mean, I love what I do so much. And again, it's a great blessing where, sometimes I'm waking up at 4:30, 4:45, 5 a.m. in the morning to do what I love. And I don't think twice about it. And as a result, I was able to start my own personal training business. And I was teaching group fitness classes out of boutiques here in Chicago. And then short time after that, I became 100% independent. As a personal trainer, a group fitness coach, I also work in corporate wellness as well with a number of companies in and out of Chicago, in addition to becoming a brand ambassador for Men's Health, GQ Magazine, Zoom Media, iFit, Nordic Track, and Propel, amongst others. So I'm definitely blessed. I still have a lot to do and a lot of things I want to accomplish. But at the end of the day, my goal is to motivate as many people as I can through fitness, through wellness, through movement. And I won't stop until I touch every life on this earth.
Wow. That is incredible. Wow. It's so crazy. This is the third guy in a row that we've had on the show where you would look at them and you think, man, this guy's been in fitness probably since high school or studied kinesiology in college. But the past three people we've had on the show are all people who left careers for fitness. They just could not fight the itch and went all in. And I mean, that's remarkable, going from 5 a.m. to 10 p.m. every single day for 2 months, leaving your comfortable job in your sales because of your passion. I mean, that's awesome.
I think that's saying something to be able to leave your comfortable job in only 2 months, to go full-time training. That's hustling right there, to go from a finance job to training just like that,
Yeah, and I was never really 100% sure it was going to work out. I mean, I told my mom and dad, I was like, hey, Mom, Dad, I may need to borrow some money for you if this thing doesn't fly, or I may need to move back in. I mean, I had no idea what was going to happen, So I want to make it clear. I didn't go out there and stand on the ledge and say, oh, yeah, of course I'm going to land on my feet. I was very concerned. But at the same time, too, when you find something that you really love and you can attack it with all your heart and that passion is true and it's evident, people will see that. People will gravitate towards that. People will appreciate it. And more than likely, you'll be all right.
Can you remember a time like where you were at your past sales position? Like, what was the breaking point where like, all right, enough is enough. I have to do this. Did you have that moment, or was it kind of built up over time?
Yeah, it was one of those things. It's like a, snowball rolling downhill. It starts off, small, and, over time, it's like, okay, all right, what am I doing here? What's happening? Is this something? You start asking yourself the question as you get older and as you mature. All right, is this something that I'm enjoying? Is this something that I can do long term? Is this something that I want to build my life around? And, if you answer no to any of those questions, you need to ask yourself, what is something that I would enjoy and that I could do for a while and build my life around? And whatever that is, find a way to make some money from it. It may not be a lot at first. It may not be a lot ever. But sometimes your sanity, your peace of mind, and the fact that you can go through a day with a smile on your face is more than, any dollar amount someone can throw at you.
So I want to kind of transition here because obviously, like, just from that 5 minutes, like, it is pretty evident you are passionate about helping others with fitness. And I mean, you said you wanted to touch every life on earth with fitness. And where does that come from? Like, obviously sports, but deep down, where is that coming from?
Yeah, that's a great question. So, I mean, to be honest with you, all of this is coming from a very selfish place. I love movement. I love sweating. I love exercise. I love sports, and like I mentioned, I've done it all my life. So as a result, this is a great thing for me to do what I love to do already and just share it with other people. But it's definitely evolved in the sense that when people come to me and say, hey, Gideon, that was really helpful, or you know what, I feel so much better, or you know what, my confidence is through the roof, or if a spouse comes and says, hey, you're changing my husband, my wife's life, thank you so much, then it's like, wow, like I can have that type of impact on somebody and while doing already what I love. So I've definitely shifted more towards, you know what, I didn't know I can touch and reach people and change their lives in a way, you know, in such a way, and even helping people that I never see, and people just reaching out to me on social media from a country that I've never even heard of, saying that, hey, thank you so much. This was really helpful. This has helped me in this, that, and the third way. It's really shifted into, you know what? Wow, I have a gift. I've been blessed with a gift, and it's shame on me if I don't share it.
That's amazing, man. That is awesome. I mean, I think it's a reason why, and I've talked about you in past podcasts too, but that's the reason why you have so many followers, because it's so genuine and it's so real. And that's awesome for fitness. It's awesome for everybody, honestly, man. So what I want to transition to is you got into this fitness game 2011, you left the finance, you just went all in. And then how did that lead you to this Men's Health Top Trainer experience? What was that like?
Yeah, it almost didn't happen. I forget what year it was. It had to be 2014, of course, or early 2015, one or the other. And I was, as I mentioned earlier, I was teaching boutique fitness in Chicago, and the format was a high-intensity interval training format. And I was teaching in the middle of the day on a Tuesday, so people would come from their lunch period, or people who had flexible schedules would come, but by no means was it a packed class. But I still give my energy, whether it be one people or a million. So over time, I learned that there were men's health sales representatives from the Midwest in my class. And they approached me and said, hey, Gideon, we have this competition coming up. We think you might be a good fit. You should consider entering. And, I didn't really think much of it. I'm like, all right, cool, that's great. But, if you think about it, like you think about your odds of entering a contest and actually winning it, and you're like, okay, well, chances are I'm not. But the young lady who mentioned it to me went as far as to send me a Facebook message with the link to the registration site. So I took a look, and it was an online audition process, meaning you can see everyone that's auditioning and what video they put up. And the video format was to put together your own fitness challenge, to describe the fitness challenge, demonstrate the fitness challenge, and put your own personality and spin on it within 2 minutes. You upload it to YouTube, and then you submit it on the Men's Health online platform. So as I mentioned, it was an open audition process, so I could see everybody else. And you know what? I thought to myself, there's no one that I don't feel I can actually match. So I called up my good friend Tony, who was a videographer. I said, hey, this is the game plan. This is what we want to do. And he mic'd me up. He brought his fancy camera. He did his editing work. And of course, I tried to bring the energy and bring a creative fitness challenge and make sure that I stood out from the crowd. Long story short, they selected 8 of us from across the country to compete in a survivor-style competition series at Men's Health headquarters in Pennsylvania. And the way that format ran was there were several challenges, and every time a challenge was completed, you had a winner and a loser. And whoever lost got sent home, and whoever won got an advantage in the next competition. So 8 contestants became 7, 7 became 6, 6 became 5. And thank God, late 2015, I was the winner of the 2015 Men's Health Next Top Trainer, which gave me great opportunities. Number one, it allowed me to be a contributor for the Men's Health brand. And then it also afforded me my own DVD series through Men's Health.
Wow. Dang. Where were you? Where were you, and when exactly did you find out that you won?
It's during the competition. They tell you when you win right there. So as I mentioned, after every challenge, somebody got eliminated and sent home. So of course, when it came down to the finalists, and my name was called, that was right then and there. I knew, but of course, I had to keep it under wraps because these were online webisodes, and all of the webisodes didn't come out until maybe 3 or 4 months later. Wow. So I had to go back to Chicago, keep my mouth shut, let everything run its course. before I can kind of share the news with the world.
Who did you call first when you found out that you won? Or, I mean, were you able to, or did you really keep it to yourself?
Of course I called mommy and daddy. I called my parents. Yeah, no, they were the first people to know. I mean, of course you could tell immediate family. They completely understood that. So yeah, I called mom and dad as soon as it happened, and I called my baby bro immediately afterwards. And yeah, I shared the great news with, of course, the people closest to me.
That's awesome, man. How old's your brother? I didn't know you had a brother.
My brother is a year and a half younger than I am. He lives in Atlanta with his beautiful wife and brand new baby son. Yeah, so my brother Tolu, he's 31 years old.
So I'm guessing you guys are really close.
Yeah. I mean, I love my brother with all my heart. I see him, maybe 4 times a year, so not a lot, but I mean, that's my bro. We don't get closer than that.
Who's faster, you or him?
Oh, come on, stop asking silly questions.
I'm just saying. I mean, I know you're the kickoff leader.
That's all me. But see, then again, my brother is more of the musician of the family. So, he'll destroy me in anything singing or, playing the piano or drum set or anything like that. But when it comes to sports, that's my domain.
I wish I could do all those things so bad. All right. So
we all.
Yeah, definitely, man. So what's it like now, man? You went through all this. You left the sales job. You won this award, and you're changing lives all over the globe. What is a typical day like for Gideon Akande?
That's a great question. I wouldn't say any day is really typical, to be honest with you. And that's one of the reasons why I love what I do. Being a personal trainer, but then also teaching group fitness classes, but then also working with several different companies in Chicago to do corporate wellness. So whether that be lunch and learns, health fairs, corporate boot camps, which are all different from each other. In addition to working with brands as a brand ambassador and going to different event sites and, being a guest speaker or hosting a guest workout. All of my days are different in that regard. And I love that flexibility because it allows me to think in different ways and project my energy in different ways that never becomes stale. So yeah, if you ask me what today looks like, it'll be very different from tomorrow. But I mean, what I do know is that every single day I do have the opportunity to share my gift and my passion. I don't take it for granted, and I try to do the best job I possibly can to help everyone out. But some days you'll see me personal training. Some days you'll see me teaching classes. Some days I won't be in my city. I'll be flying around and filming videos that'll, be shared online or be mass produced. So I mean, really, every day is its own beast.
Do you have a set morning routine that you follow, even if you're traveling or in Chicago?
Yes and no. So right now, I'm big into opportunity, and what I mean by that is, opportunities come, opportunities go, but you never know if and when they may come back around. So I'm a realist. Just because things are going well for me now doesn't mean it's guaranteed. You know what I mean? There's such things as droughts or dry spells. So if there's an opportunity that presents itself, I'm looking to and want to take advantage of it and do the best I can, because hopefully that breeds more opportunity, especially for the passion that I have. So at times when I want to get a workout in, or I want to do a specific activity, or I have a certain routine that I'm looking not to break, at times I have to break that routine because, more pressing issues are calling, or because there's an opportunity that I need to jump on, so I don't miss the boat. So yes, I do have routines, but at the same time, those routines sometimes aren't as fixed as I'd like them to be. For instance, would I like to wake up at 5 a.m. every morning and get a workout in and grab a breakfast and watch the news before I get my day started? Yes, I would. Does that happen? Never. So, it's one of those things where, like, eventually at some point during on the day, I'll get my workout in. Sometimes I'm going to miss breakfast as much as I don't want to. At times I'll miss workouts as much as I don't want to. Sometimes I won't have the motivation to do workouts, but I'll always come back to what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, and use that to remotivate me and get back on track.
Awesome.
That's awesome. I love it.
I think I'd like to share a little story, just because what you said about the opportunities and schedule and all that stuff. John, Pat, who I'm talking to right now, I mean, when I hired him, he was just an intern. He came to me, to my office, and said, hey, I want to work for you for free. I just want experience. And I was like, I remember telling him right off the get-go, I'm like, you're not going to have like a set schedule. It's going to be, you got to be adaptable. And some trainers, they can't handle it. I think it's part of being a fitness instructor and doing it, you got to be on the fly. You got to be able to, audible out of stuff and act on the fly. So I definitely think that's,
For sure.
yeah. And one thing, last summer, I think it might've been like right now, if not maybe a week from last year, I finally called Gideon. I got his number because I became a Lululemon ambassador. I called him. I remember in my backyard with Sam and my son. I'm like, oh my God, he's going to answer. He's going to answer. He talked to me and he gave me advice on, going to opportunities and finding opportunities. I remember one thing you said that just burned in my head was they call you, they ask you to do it, you say yes, and then you like stop right there. I'm like, okay. And then I got what you were saying. It was like, you don't say no to opportunities. Whatever it is, you make time to do it. You find time to do it. You find ways to do it. Because right after that, you're like, Ben, what are you doing later today? And I go, I'm going to the beach with my wife and my son because it's Sunday and family day. And you're like, okay, what are you doing today though? You got to post a video. And I'm like, well, I got to go to the beach. And you're like, I want you to post one bodyweight video. That's it. And I want you to do it the next day. And I want you to do the next day and keep going. And since you said that, Gideon, I posted a video every single day for an entire year doing that.
I freaking created a monster.
Video monster.
Like it or not, it's here.
Well, let me ask you a question. What has happened as a result of that, if anything?
So if we're looking at it from the outside, I mean, the people want to hear this. I went from, I think I had 1,000 followers to, I don't know what I'm at now, like what am I at, John? 7,000 something? I don't know. My followers went up probably about 6,000 followers. And I don't say that because I want the followers or stuff, but I've reached so many more people. Like you said earlier about people from different countries reaching out. I just had a phone call with a guy from Bali today. People in Indonesia, the UK. My biggest followers are in the UK for some reason. I'm a big deal there. But I'm able to reach so many more people. I went to Vancouver. I mean, I can't even begin to tell you what that has done for me. And some people might think I'm over the top because I'm constantly producing videos, constantly doing this. But the thing is this, man, I post one video and that leads a guy to come to my gym. He comes to my gym and drops 70 pounds. His whole life changes because of that one post that I did. And John can attest to that too. So that's really what's happened for me. And I think you can tell from how pumped up I'm getting right now just talking about it. That's what it's done for me, man.
That's awesome. I mean, it's whether or not you took the opportunity to post a video, or you took the opportunity to go to a seminar, or you took the opportunity to help out a single person, whatever it is, opportunities are there. And we all have the opportunity to leave an impact. We all have the chance to change a life. We all have a way to improve someone's day, or we just have more power than we give ourselves credit for. And we need to realize that. And once you realize that, you'll feel so much more empowered, and you'll be able to do so much more for the person next to you. It like I mentioned earlier, a lot of life is just transferring energy from one person to another, from one situation to another. And it's our responsibility to do that, especially as fitness pros.
Absolutely, man. Dang, Mike.
So speaking of, speaking of like the big reach and getting, a bigger following or whatever that Ben had, like obviously I would imagine when you became, associated with Men's Health that like, skyrocketed things. Kind of talk about that process of making the DVD and kind of what that's led to.
Working with Men's Health has been nothing but a blessing. They're great people there. They understand fitness. They're the largest men's fitness brand in the world. And, to have my name associated with that as a personal trainer, obviously, I mean, what more do you want? So it's been great because they haven't been a company, and they aren't a company that dictates what you need to do in order to work with them. They're gonna lean on you for your expertise. They're gonna reach out to you because of your energy, because of what you like to do, what you enjoy doing, and they really support you in that regard. So whenever they want to bring me out to shoot some content for their website, for their social media pages, for their Facebook, Instagram, etc., they tell me like, hey, Gideon, what ideas do you have? What do you think people should know? What do you think people should do? What do you see out in the fitness world? And, what would you like to put out there? And they really leave that up to me. And of course, I let them know what I'm thinking about. And They give me suggestions on how to present it. But at the end of the day, the content, the energy, and the creative process is really left up to me. When I came out with my DVD last year, Riptensity, I came out with 6 different workouts. The workouts were all unique to each other, completely different from one another. And Men's Health found out what the workouts were as I was filming them. So they allowed me to go through the creative process. I have my test panel to, come up with my time schemes, my exercise selections, because they trusted me. And, obviously through the Men's Health Next Top Trainer competition, they got a good chance to know who I was, my education, my background, my format, etc. And they really leaned on me to leave a quality product with them through that process. So it's been a blessing. And as you mentioned, of course, my followership has gone up. People, recognize me in random places that I don't expect to be recognized in. And it's all great. But again, the number one thing is that I'm able to leave a lasting impact on my generation through fitness.
Yeah, absolutely. Talking about that Riptensity, what was going through your brain when you made that 7-minute shred workout? God dang, that thing's awesome. That thing's hard. John, you've done it with me.
Yeah, so that's the thing. You did the 7-minute version, my friend.
Yeah.
There's actually a full workout that's just under 30 minutes called Shred Set. So it's different format of it. That was more to present to the world the style. But yeah, as you mentioned, that one can be pretty diabolical. But you know what? You get through it, you feel even stronger than you did before.
Yeah, without a doubt, man. I mean, I do love it because it's so quick, but it gets right to the point. Talk about Riptensity.
Yeah.
Who is Riptensity for?
Yeah, so what I'm really proud of with Riptensity is the process. And the process was I had 50 people in Chicago that were part of my test panel. And for 6 weeks, we went through what is now called Riptensity. And it was very bare bones in the first week. I'm trying to figure out how can I do this to provide a challenging workout for all 50 of these individuals. And those individuals were men and women. They were younger, they were middle-aged, they were older. And some of them have been working out their entire lives. Some of them just started working out. So I needed to find a way to create an experience for 50 people of all fitness levels, of all genders, both genders, and provide a workout series that they can enjoy, feel challenged with, but also accomplish. So that was my challenge, to find something that everybody could do and still leave feeling empowered. So Riptensity is for men and women, workouts all under 30 minutes for all fitness levels. And the great thing about it, the workout and the way it's filmed, is that you have someone in the background who's doing the base exercise, the intermediate, and the advanced version. So no matter who you are, you can leave feeling accomplished. You're going to get a great sweat. And the workouts are so different and unique from each other that you'll never get bored of following the program.
Yeah, that's sweet, man. So my question, how many times did you have to shoot each workout? Was it one, or did you have to do each workout like 10 times?
One take, baby.
One take, homie. There we go.
Well, this is the thing. If we had to shoot that more than once, I think I would have died.
No kidding. I was wondering. I was like, man, I hope they didn't have to do that like 5 times to reshoot.
Yeah, no, that would be pretty tough. So all of it was shot in a week, actually. So we used the first stage to go through the planning period. So I was there with my background talent, Chantel Ratliff, and we had Holly Kesky Coster, and then we also had Sean Garner, who were the background talent, and they were fantastic. They absolutely owned the entire program, the entire week, and of course I couldn't have done it without them. So we went through the plan with the team just so they knew what the exercises were, what the form was supposed to look like, et cetera, and they were all super polished with that. And then the next several days we shot the video, and then the last day we used it to shoot promotion videos and promotion photos for the project. So yeah, I mean, it's one of those things. Like, don't get me wrong, I wasn't perfect. I didn't have every word come out flawlessly, but there was really no reason to stop. We had a great flow. The sweat was coming down. Once I'm teaching the class, whether there's a camera there or not, I'm just on all cylinders firing, running all over the place and trying to project my energy onto the people that I'm coaching. So it was really a comfortable setting to knock it out in one take.
Yeah, I remember we did I think a portion of it at Activate when you led the workout, that little half-hour one. And oh my God, I remember thinking, I'm working out next to all these fitness professionals and Gideon is leading us through. I'm like, dude, I don't know if I'm gonna make it through this thing. I can't be that guy that quits, though.
We had a great time.
Yeah, speaking of that, though, Gideon, I definitely got to thank you and give a big shout out to David Jack and all the family at Activate, because I mean that you told me last year, I don't care if you got a skateboard, a boat, rollerblades, or whatever you got to do, you find a way to get yourself to Activate. And I'm like, I don't know what this is going to be. And it's definitely life-changing. So if you guys are fitness pros out there, listen to this, or, you know, you're into fitness, definitely look up Activate. And if you are interested in going, I highly suggest it.
Yeah, absolutely. I think they can go to activeight.com or .org. Again, www.activeight either .com or .org for the Activate conference that'll be held in Arizona later on this year.
Yes.
Perfect.
Cannot wait for that, man. Cannot wait.
Is it that time, Ben, for the rapid fire?
Gideon, are you ready for this, man?
I don't think he is.
I don't know what's about to happen, but I'm as ready as I ever will be.
It's called the rapid fire questions. And this is about to get real Gideon Akande coming out right here. So we're gonna ask you some questions, and just whatever's on the top of your dome, man.
Very first thing that comes to your mind, you answer with.
All right, here we go. I don't know what's happening.
All right, we'll start off easy, man. Morning or night person?
Morning.
If you could be in a 90s music group, who would you be in?
Wow. Boyz II Men.
Oh, there we go.
All right, what song would be your favorite?
Yeah, I'm very talented, I know.
That was beautiful. Okay. Your celebrity crush?
Ooh, that would be, man, that's a long list. Rosario Dawson.
Who?
Rosario Dawson.
I don't know what
I don't know who that is.
Oh, well, Google her.
I'm definitely.
We'll look her up.
Who is your favorite superhero?
Ooh, Batman.
Yeah.
Okay. Your favorite book?
That's a great question. The Alchemist.
The Alchemists. I haven't read that yet. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Favorite song? You got one song to listen to for the rest of your life on repeat. What is it?
Oh, jeez, man, that's not fair. That's not fair at all. Oh, man. Favorite song? It would have to be Tupac's Sucker for Love.
Okay.
All right. John, did you have any?
Yeah, last one. So you're on your phone right now, right, Gideon?
I do have my phone in front of me, yes.
Okay, cool. So once you pull out your phone, go to your keyboard, and go to your emoji screen, and read us the top 5 emojis that you use.
All right, so keyboard, recent one, so it's a boxing fist.
Okay.
So, well, these aren't the top 5 used. These are the frequently used.
Okay.
Well, technically, it's the ones I use last.
Okay.
But just so you know, this is the boxing fist. It's the smiley face with the blushing cheeks and the hands out.
Okay.
The next one is a ghost.
Ghost.
There is a girl running. And then there's the cat with the hands on the cheek and the eyes whited out. And then there's an emoji of a boy with his hands up like, I don't know.
I don't think I've ever had any of these.
I just wrote those down, and that really tells a story that I'm not sure we want to know about. A boxing fist?
Yeah, well, the thing is, again, those are frequently used all for different settings, but try to tell a story if you'd like. I'd be interested in what you came up with.
Okay.
All right. Well, that wraps things up, guys. Gideon, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day. I cannot tell you how much it means to me and John, how much it means to everyone listening. Where can we find you?
Yes, thank you for asking. So you can always visit my website, GideonAkande.com, GideonAkande.com. And of course, I'm on social media as well too. My Twitter and Instagram are the same. It's at GetFitWithGiddy. And you spell Giddy, Giddy. Everything else is spelled correctly. Get Fit with Giddy. I'm also on Facebook as well too. You can search for Gideon Akande, Fitness and Wellness Coach.
All right.
Perfect.
Thank you so much, dude.
Thank you.
Great rest of your day. I'll be seeing you soon in October, right?
Oh, without a doubt.
All right, man. Get ready because we're going to have a wrestling match there.
Oh, boy.
That's that day's video.
Yeah, there we go.
All right, brother. Thank you so much
Thank
again.
you, man. We appreciate it.
All right, thank you guys. Appreciate it, gentlemen.
Have a good day.
Take care, man.